Good morning. This lesson is for Miss Kayla Slater. I'm going to wait and see if she gets on. And today is Friday, November 13th. And we have been working on welded sounds for am, and all, building words with those three sounds. Today we're going to be practicing spelling. So you're going to need your binder and a pencil or something else to write with. I'm going to pause just a minute and see if she gets on. All right, I'm not seeing you, little gal, so I'm going to go ahead and record your lesson today, and then I'm going to send it to you, okay? All right, so let's have a look here. I'm going to pull up our alphabet chart. Let's make it big. All right, and we're going to do quick drill in reverse. That's where I am going to ask you what says, and then you're going to point at the letter and tell me what letter says that sound. I'm going to give you a couple seconds to say it, and then I'll say it. So I want you to say it before me. Here we go. What says eh? E says eh. What says ah? A says ah. What says ah? O says ah. What says I? I says I. What says U says What says y? Y says y. What says w? W says w. What says X says x. What says g? G says g. Now we're going to go over and I'm going to grab another chart, our welded sounds chart. What says am? AM says am. What says an? AN says an. What says all? ALL says all. All right, that's the last of our quick drill in reverse. So now I want to model for you how to use your welded sounds to make a word when you're spelling. I'm going to model a nonsense word, so it's a little bit more tricky since I'm going to show it to you, okay? So let's say I wanted to spell the word sand. That's not a real word, so I probably don't know how to spell it. Remember, when you don't know how to spell a word, you have to tap it to get all the sounds. So here I go for Zan. I hear Z, an. See how I stuck my two fingers together and did that as one tap? Because that's a welded sound or a glued together sound. Now I just write what I hear. Z, an. An. I'm going to draw a box around my welded sound because that's how we mark up our word. That's going to show you that these two letters are stuck together to make the and sound. Now let's do a different one. I'm going to model for you again so you don't have to write anything down right now. Let's say the word was ball. That has a welded sound. I would tap it. All. Then I would write the sounds I heard. I heard z, all. I know that welded sound. A-L-L. Zal. And then I can box it to show that these three letters go together to make the sound all. Z, all, zal. All right, I'm going to do one more for you. Let's say the word is zam, okay? Zam, I tap it. Am, zam. I write the sounds I hear. Am, zam. And then I can box my welded sound to show that those two letters go together to make that one stuck together sound. Am. All right, now it's your turn. So I need you to get out your binder and open up to your dictation notebook. That's the second notebook in your binder where we do our writing. And as soon as you get there, I want you to write your name at the top. I'll give you a couple seconds to find your next clean page and write your name at the top. All right, if you need more time, you can pause the video. We're going to write Your substep is 1.5 up at the top. On the next line, it says lesson number, and this is lesson number 8. And then we write the date, 11-13-20 for November 13th, 2020. All right, let's come on down. We're going to warm up with sounds. So let's go down to number 1 sound. On number 1, write the 2 letters that say am. So on number 1, you should have written am. Number 2, write the 2 letters that say an. So on number 2, you should have written an. Number 3, write the 3 letters that say all. Okay, on number 3, you should have written all, all. Number 4, write the letter that says y. On number 4, you should have written y says y. And number 5, write the 3 ways to make. All right, so we have C says, and K says, and CK says. All right, now we are ready to move down to real words. Remember, when we want to spell a word and we're not sure how to spell it, all you have to do is tap the sounds and then write what you hear. Here we go. Number 1, the word is bam. B-am, bam. Check it. Make sure yours looks like mine. B-am. Now draw a box around the welded sound am. It looks like this. Number 2. Ban. B-an, ban. Does yours look like mine? If not, erase and fix. And box your welded sound. It looks like this. Number 3. Ram. Ram. Tap it if you need to. Check it. See if yours looks like mine. Am. Ram. Box your welded sound. And it looks like this. All right, number 4. Sham. Sham. Does yours look like mine? Sham. Sham. Now box in the welded sound. Am. And it looks like this. Number 5. Yam. 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 Does yours look like mine? If not, erase and fix. Make sure you get that Y at the beginning for y. And box in your welded sound, am. And it looks like this. Y, am, yam. All right, now let's go on across to nonsense words to make it a little bit more challenging. We're still going to be using our welded sounds am, and all, but we're going to do it with beginning sounds that really don't make sense. So they're going to be nonsense words, which are not real words. Here we go. Number 1, cham. Am, cham. Check it. Does yours look like mine? If not, erase and fix. Am, and box in your welded sound. Cam. Number 2. Fan, fan, fan. Check it. Does yours look like mine? If not, erase and fix. And draw a box around your welded sound, and it looks like this. And fan. All right, on this last one, I'm just going to tell you the word, but I'm not going to break it apart for you. If you need it broken apart, I want you to tap it. Here we go. Number 3, your word is zam. Zam. Check and see if you got it. If not, erase and fix. I bet you did. And box in your welded sound am. Am. Zam. All right, now we're going to go down to phrases. And in today's phrases, we're going to be practicing the high frequency word want. Let me show you how it looks. W-A-N-T, want. Here's something we can do to help yourself remember how to spell want. I'm going to scoot back so you can see my body. Stand up. If you want to stand up, you can stand up. I'm going to hold it out like this. And I want you to put your arm in the air like this. And this is what we do when I say ready. You're going to put your arm up and thrust your other arm forward. Then I'm going to say load. We're going to load the word by saying it. Want. Then we're going to tap our arm going down and spell the word. So it's going to look like this. Ready? Load. Want. W-A-N-T. Want. Do it with it. Ready? Load. Want. W-A-N-T. Want. Again. Ready? Load. Want. W-A-N-T. Want. One more time. Ready? Load. Want. W-A-N-T. Want. Now see if you can spell it without me holding up the card. Ready? Load. Want. W-A-N-T. Want. Do it again. Ready? Load. Want. W-A-N-T. Want. All right, now we should know how to spell want, and we're going to put it in some phrases. All right, our first phrase, and please repeat after me. I'll say it first, then you repeat. Did not want it. Say it. All right, let's pound it. Did not want it. Ready? Right. If you forget how to spell want, tap it on your arm to remind yourself. When you get finished, underline the word want. If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video so you can finish writing your phrase. All right, let's check it. Did not want it. Did you spell want correctly? W-A-N-T, want. And we don't need any capital letters or periods because this is not a whole sentence. It's just a phrase. When we read it, we would read it as one scoop. I'm going to go ahead and mark up my scoop. Since my it had to go down to the next line, the way I would mark it is I would start here, make my scoop, but instead of coming up, I'm just going to leave it flat, and then I'm going to pick it up right here and then end my scoop. And I would read it as one whole scoop. Did not want it. Now you try. Scoop your phrase. Did not want it. All right, number 2. We're still going to be practicing with the word want, so we can really learn how to spell it, because we just have to memorize it. It's not one that you can sound out. Number 2, repeat after me. Want the job. Pound it. Want the job. Ready? Right. When you get finished, find the word want and underline it. If you need more time, pause the video. Let's check it. Want the job. W-A-N-T, want. This one we're going to read as one scoop also. All of our phrases we read as one scoop to make us better fluent readers. So I'm going to scoop it all the way to the end like this, and I would read it, want the job. Now you read yours and scoop it as one scoop. All right, let's go down to number 3. Number 3, repeat after me. Want your gum. Let's pound it. Want your gum. Ready? Right. When you get finished, underline want. If you need more time, pause the video. And let's check it. Want your gum. W-A-N-T, want. Make sure you have gum correct too. All right, and then, like I said, we read our phrases as one scoop. So I would read it, want your gum. Now you scoop yours and read it just like I did. All right, now let's go down to our sentences. Now that we've practiced our sight words and our and, am, and all words, we're ready to put those words into whole sentences. All right, repeat the sentence after me. I'll say it first, then you say it. He is such a ham. Say it. He is such a ham. And that means he's a person who tries to make everyone laugh. He tries to be silly. Let's pound that sentence. Ready? Pound. He is such a ham. Ready? Right.
I know.
You can pause the video while you finish up your sentence.
Yeah. I usually have it.
All right, before I show you my sentence, I want you to check yours. Look and see if you remember to do a capital letter at the beginning and punctuation at the end. Then find your word with your welded sound and draw a box around the welded part. All right, I'm going to show you mine so you can check yours. E with a capital H is such, if that's the H at the end, is A, and then ham, ham. And right now I have a period at the end, but I'd like to change it to an exclamation point because we're talking about this guy who's trying to make everybody laugh and it's silly. So you would say it, he is such a ham. So we would end that with an exclamation point. So I'm just going to add that in and you can add yours in as well. So it would look like this. That lets us know to read it with excitement. He is such a ham. Now let's see how we would scoop that. He is such a ham is how we say it. So we would scoop. He is such a ham. So since mine goes down to the next line, I'm going to scoop it like this. I'm going to get he is such as one scoop. He is such. And then my next part is so I'm just going to put a part of a scoop. And then I'm going to come down here and get ham. Ham. And I'm going to scoop after that. So I would read it. He is such a ham. Now you touch and scoop and read yours. All right, let's try number 2. I'll say it first, then you say it. Did she hit the van or not? Let's say it again. Did she hit the van or not? Pound it, ready, pound. Did she hit the van or not? Ready, write. Pause the video so you can finish writing. All right, before I show you mine, look for capital letter at the beginning, punctuation at the end, and I'll give you a hint. They're asking something. Now, look for your welded sound and draw a box around it. And let's check it. Actually, let me fix one of my letters here so I can make it a little bit more clear. Okay. All right, let's see. Did with a capital D, because it's the beginning of the sentence. She hit the, and we don't say the, we say the van. There's my welded sound, A-N. Ooh, this is backwards. Or not. And look, I have a question mark at the end. Because like I said, they're asking something. So we can't use a period, have to use question mark. If you need to fix anything, go ahead and erase and fix. And then let's figure out how we would scoop it. So if we were saying it, we would say, did she hit the van or not? So I hear two scoops. I hear, did she hit the van or not? So that's how I'm going to scoop it. Mine goes down to several lines. So I'm not going to end my scoop until I get to the part that I would pause. So let me see if I can do this holding it like this. I would start my scoop at the beginning. Come on, marker. Did she hit, and then I'm not going to end it because that's not the end. The van, there's where I'm going to end my scoop. Or not in my second scoop. So I would read it. Did she hit the van or not? Now you scoop and read yours. Now we're ready for sentence 3. I'll say it first, then you say it. Number 3 is, can you ship this box for me? Say it. Can you ship this box for me? And pound it. Can you ship this box for me? Ready? Right. Pause the video if you need more time to finish your sentence. When you're all done, look at your sentence. Make sure you have a capital letter and some kind of punctuation. Then find your welded sound, draw a box around it. All right, let's look. So I have can with a capital C. Kind of looks like it's an O because it's touching, but it's not, it's a C. Can, and that's our welded sound. You ship, get that SH, this box, X at the end, for me, and question mark because we're asking, can you ship this box for me? Now let's see how we would scoop it. So if I'm saying it, can you ship this box for me? I hear 2 scoops. Can you ship this box? Or I guess I hear 3 scoops. Can you ship this box for me? So I'm going to scoop it the way I said it. Can you ship is going to be my first scoop. This box will be my second scoop. And for me will be my last scoop. So it looks like this. And I would read it. Can you ship this box for me? Now you scoop and read yours. All right. Now let's go back and read each phrase and sentence using the scooping that we already did. So go up to your first phrase on number 1. Put your finger under the first word in phrase number 1 and let's read it together. Ready? Read. Did not want it. Number 2, put your finger under the first word, scoop and read. Ready? Read. Want the job. Number 3, finger under the first word, scoop and read. Ready? Read. Want your gum. Now let's go down to the sentences. We're going to scoop it just like we had. Now I'm scooping up in the air, but you need to be touching your notebook. All right? Number 1, sentence. Put your finger on the first word, scoop and read. He is such a ham. Number 2, put your finger under the first word, scoop and read. Did she hit the van or not? Number 3, finger under the first word, scoop and read. Can you ship this box for me? Good. All right, we're done with the binder part, so you can close that down. And I want you to open up your student reader. And you're going to open up to page 90. We're going to look at a story called The Tan Duck. The Tan Duck. And I'm going to go ahead and open it up here on the screen also. Give me just a minute to get the book. That way I can read along with you. And that, again, that's page 90 if you forgot. Ooh, that's not the one I need. Oops. Student reader one. There it is. All right, I'm going to come on down to page 90. Let's see where I land. It's got to load. There's 84, so I'm pretty close. Page 90. There it is. The Tan Duck. Okay. So let's have a look over here at our sight words on the left-hand side. Do you know how to read those? I know you know how to read this one because we went over it a minute ago. So you should have read want, for, he, be, or. And then over here on the right are some sight words that you may not know, so I'm going to go over them. Go, no, and this is this kind of no. What, help, now, buy. Now, let's have a look at the Tan Duck. I'm going to give you a few minutes to look over it by yourself silently. I want you to read the whole thing all the way down to the bottom about the Tan Duck who sits on the dock, okay? You're going to have some welded sounds in there like man, ran, bam, all kinds of good ones like that, okay? So it's going to be some good practice. I'm going to go on, or I'm going to have you pause the video while you silently read the story, The Tan Duck. Don't forget to make a picture in your mind while you read. All right, now we're going to reread The Tan Duck together. Now that you've read it silently to yourself, hopefully you paused the video and did it. So in this story, The Tan Duck, let's read it together. I'm going to get my mouse here. Let me scroll down a little bit so that doesn't show up. And I'm going to go under, sliding under as I touch with my finger. And I want you to touch your book and read along with me. Ready? Remember, anytime you see this word right here, I'm going to say this before we start reading. That's the word the. Don't say the. Okay, read it with me. Here we go. Touch the first word, read the title. Ready, read. The Tan Duck. A tan duck ran to sit on the dock. Did the duck want to go for a dip and get wet? He did not. He did not want to get wet. Okay, so what do we know about the duck so far? He does not want to get in the water, does he? He wants to stay dry. Let's see what happens. Paragraph 2, finger under the first word. Ready? Read. The duck sat in the sun. He had a nap, but his back got hot. The duck got up, and then a tall man did jog up to the back of the dock. When the man ran, he fell and hit the top of the dock with a bam. The tan duck got off the dock quick. You know what? He could not help but get all wet now. The duck hid by a dam for a bit. The man ran off and got in his van. The duck did not get back up on the dock. It set off to get a fish or a bug. So he ended up getting wet anyway. He went off to get a fish or a bug because that's what ducks eat. All right. If you struggled to keep up with me as I was reading, when you get off the video, I want you to read it again because reading it again will help you be more fluent, okay? All right, let me see how much time we have left. It's 11:30. All right, we've got 10 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and read the next chapter in 4th grade Rats to you. Oh, here you come. I'm going to tell you what to do. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I've been recording your lesson so that you can go back and watch it because girl, you late. So what I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry.
do is okay, we're gonna get you figured out. I still have your lesson for you and I'm gonna send it to you so you can do it, okay? So it'll be okay, you'll still get your lesson. But the last part of your lesson that I'm recording right now is I'm about to read you the next chapter in 4th grade Rats, okay? And then whenever you get off the call, I'll load up the lesson into your folder 4A, and it'll have the date today, 11/13/20. And you click on that, okay? All right.
Okay.
So for now, I'm just going to read to you, and then I'll send you the lesson after this. All right. Now, did I go over this with you yesterday? I think I did. Or was that another kid?
I'm trying to look for my writing thing so I can remember I have to go to your class at 8:30 and do you said 8:04 or 8?
Oh, you're writing down your times? Is that what you're wanting to do?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's your times. Are you ready? On Monday.
Wait.
Oh,
It's loading.
are you gonna make an alarm?
No, I'm gonna have to just look at my tablet, make sure I know what time to go to your class.
Okay.
So let me get my little writing thing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put it on 10. I'll just have it to blank. Okay.
All right. Are you ready for me? All right. Write an M for Monday. On Monday, you're gonna get on with me at 10:55.
And 55. Okay. 10:55.
You got that? Okay. And then on Tuesday, so you can write a T for Tuesday. You're gonna get on with me at 9:05.
9:05.
There you go. Okay, on Wednesday, W for Wednesday, 8:30.
W. 8:30.
Mm-hmm.
8:30.
Okay. And then Thursday is the same time as Tuesday. So Thursday is also 9:05.
9:05.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So you can write a TH for
9
Thursday.
PH 9. Oh,
And then
okay. I
Fridays,
got.
you got that
Oh,
part? You want to
Friday.
write Friday? Mm-hmm. Friday is the same time as Monday. So if you want to write, if you have room, you can write an F by Friday. If you have room to write you can write an F by Monday. Do you have room by your M for Monday to write an F?
Yeah, at the
Okay.
bottom.
Oh, you have room down there. Okay, so on your bottom, write 10:55.
10:55. So 10 boom boom 55. Oh, it's like on Monday too.
Yes, so Mondays and Fridays are the same time. Tuesdays and Thursdays are the same time. And then Wednesday is different because it's a short day.
I did it.
All right, you ready to hear the story?
Yes.
Okay, so we've been reading fourth grade Rats, and we are on chapter 13, Confession. Do you know what a confession is? It's
I have
whenever,
like, oh,
it's whenever you tell the truth about something or you admit to something. So let's say I had told a lie to my mom and I had broken a plate at home. And she said, "Who broke this plate?" And I said, "Well, it wasn't me, maybe my sisters." And then later I think about it and I go to my mom and I say, "Mom, it was really me who broke the plate." That's a confession, okay? Now you don't have this book, you just listen, okay?
okay.
All right, now as I'm reading, I want you to make a picture in your mind and think about what I'm reading about, okay? Every now and then I'll stop and ask you some questions, and then I'm going to ask you some questions at the end. Yes, ma'am.
I got American Girl doll before the book. It's like a chapter book. I read this book until number 6 and 7.
There you go, girl. That's awesome. Did you enjoy it? Oh, I'm glad.
And
All
they
right.
put a little you can get an American Girl doll.
Yeah, I've seen those books. My daughter used to like those. She had like one real American Girl doll, and then two of the ones that are like American Girl dolls, but they're not the same brand. You can get them at Walmart, so they're cheaper, but they look the same.
I can get you one. I got 2 on cards.
Oh, she doesn't play
Actually,
with them
I think
anymore. She's too old now. She's
uh,
13. She's big. But she did have, she may have had 3 dolls in all. And she had a little baby bed for them and like a little stroller, and she would stroll them around. So she had fun with that. All right, let's look at our chapter for today, okay? It's going to be chapter 13, Confession. And remember to make a picture in your mind or a movie in your mind about what I'm reading about. Can you hear me good? Okay, here we go. My mother turned. Her eyebrows went up. "That's so?" "Yeah," I said. "Maybe Joey did sort of push me, but the last couple days it was all on my own." She sat on the edge of the sofa. "I see. Anything else? Confession is good for the soul, you know." "Well, there was another person in it, sort of." "I see." She crossed her legs and folded her arms. "A girl." She nodded. She thought, would her initials be JB by any chance? You know who JB is? Judy Billings. Yeah. I was shocked. "How did you know?" "You've been in love with Judy Billings since first grade." How did she know that? "Well, I guess," I said, "something happened with her, and I guess I went a little crazy." "I see. Well, anyway, I think I'm through with her." My mom nodded. "I imagine she'll survive." She sat back in the sofa. She just smiled at me for a while. Mom? Yes. There's more. Is there? Yeah. You know, when I was a rat there, before you went up the tree? Yeah. Well, I mean, I was really a rat. You wouldn't believe it. No? I took stuff from little kids. I pushed them off swings. I got a detention at school because I wouldn't stop laughing. I rang doorbells. A regular rip snorter. Yeah, and Mom? Yes. It was me that took all those Klondike bars. Her eyebrows shot up. Everyone? Yeah, totally. She shook her head. She was dumbfounded. I'm afraid to ask if there's anything else. Anything else? Anything else? Yeah, there was something else. Something still stuck inside me. What was it? I didn't know. Can't think of anything else, I told her. She reached out and took my hand and squeezed it. Well, rat or no rat, your mom still loves you. There. Mom, I know now. Something else. When I was being a rat, I thought I was having a great time. But I wasn't. I was having a rotten time. I thought of the faces of the little kids that I had pushed around. It's like the other kids thought I was a big deal or something. But I didn't like myself, Mom. My lip was quivering. It's no fun being a rat. My mom's face was blurry as she came toward me and pulled me to her. We stayed like that for a long time. I heard her sniffling. After a while, she said, Remember you said being a rat was the first step to becoming a man? Yeah? Well, I was just thinking. It's kind of funny. As soon as you stopped trying to be a man, you became one. In a nice little way, I might add. How's that? Your confession there. Taking blame on yourself, admitting you were wrong. That's grown up stuff. Really? She hugged me. Really? Well, I said, from now on, I'm just going to be a kid. That's enough. She laughed. That's plenty. Suddenly I remembered. Winky! That's his one-eyed teddy bear. I bolted out the back door. I searched the yard. Nothing. I tore the lids off the trash cans. Nothing. Gone. No. My mother's voice came from the doorway. We thought you might change your mind. I stared up at her finger, which was pointing upstairs. I dashed past her, up the steps, into my room. There he was, my one-eyed teddy bear, sitting on my pillow. And that's the end of chapter 13. All right. Oh, you said something's wrong with your mic. Okay. Well, I will see you on Monday, okay? And you keep on reading. I know I think you need about 15 more minutes on Lexia. So if you have some minutes today, get on and do about 15 minutes. You did good yesterday. You did 26 minutes yesterday, okay? And you need 40 in all, so about 15 more minutes, okay? All right, I will see you on Monday at 10:55, okay? Okay, bye. And I'm going to send you the lesson. Don't forget to watch it.